Good afternoon, sir. அந்த ஆயில் MPhil convocation, provisional.
ஹலோ, எனக்கு கேட்கல மேடம். சார் எனக்கு கேட்கல.
I thank our program patron, Dr. D. Gladys, Principal, Bharathi College. My friends, support for this faculty development program. I pray to God that this faculty development program would be fruitful to everyone who attend this program. Over to Mrs. Grace for introducing the guest speaker for this day.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Over to Grace.
This moment is inevitably an exciting and most proud moment as a learner to welcome and introduce Dr. D. Venkatraman sir, who is readily prepared to boost us with his knowledge in today's title, The Role of Teacher in Modern Perspective.
Excuse me, speaker is not working. Grace ma'am, we couldn't hear anything.
Sorry, ma'am. It's now here. Am I audible now? Thank you. And this moment is inevitably an exciting and most proud moment as a learner to welcome and introduce Dr. D. Venkatraman sir, who is readily prepared to boost us with his knowledge in today's title, the role of teacher in modern perspective. To introduce him, he is a humble genius with a thirst to know and learn. He holds his PG degree in science category in geography and yoga, and in arts category in psychology, sociology, public administration, economics, HR management, English, and in history and tourism development. He has his professional degree in BA Geography, English, and MA in Distance Education, MBA in Educational Management, and MA in Higher Secondary and Comparative Education. He has his research degree in FRGS London, MPhil Education, PhD in Education and in Geography, and holds his postdoctorate research to his merit. In midst, he holds several diplomas too. He has received UGC Research Scientistship Award in Education, All India Level, Bharat Excellence Award, and Best Personality of India Award, Friendship Forum in New Delhi. He has 15 plus years of teaching experience in schools and colleges and has 24 plus years of research experience and postdoctoral research experience, and serves as an examiner for MPhil, MEd, BA degree programs, TRB, and TNPSC. He has guided 27 MEd, 15 MPhil, and 12 doctoral research students till now, and still guiding 5 PhD students. He has 60 plus published articles in distinguished journals and newspapers, and has presented at 40 plus national and international forums. Has contributed to several projects and books. His area of specialization in general are approaches to teaching, research methodology, curriculum development, and classroom teaching. As a specialized in creativity development techniques and activation of hemisphere city functions. And to pin Dr. D. Venkatraman sir, he is an official retired head of the Department of Geography and Education, UGC Research Scientist, Institute of Advanced Study in Education. We all are so glad to have you with us and are so eager and keen to your knowledge sharing moment towards us, sir. It is your goal to enlighten us all with your words of wisdom. While I'm muting myself, I'm handing over to you for an innovative learning experience. Over to you, sir. Good day.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your valuable introduction. My sincere thanks to Principal, Professor Gladys, and the Program Coordinator, Dr. Sujata, Department of Geography, Bharathi, Women's College, and the participants, my friends. Here, I am emphasizing the role of teacher in modern perspective. The present day, the role of teacher is a ticklish job. Each day, teacher has to come from the baptism of fire to dealing with the problems in different magnitude, both from the administrative side, student side, curriculum, classroom side. So in all corners, the teacher is facing, the present day teacher is facing a lot of problems. So actually, I am focusing what are the traits, teaching traits that the teacher should have, personal teacher should have developed, and how he can communicate the knowledge to the subject, to the students. Yeah, when you say teacher, teacher is placed in a hierarchy of third place, next from Mata Pita and Guru Devam. So, through teacher only, we can see the God. How can we see the God? Through teacher. So, the teacher, ignorant, clearing, creating awareness, opens the eyes to enable the students. The teacher is showing what is good and what is bad through the teaching and guidance. When you say the teacher, in the citadel of learning center, teacher plays a proximate role. Teacher, one who communicates or impart the knowledge, skills, and values in a systematic way of approach based on formal curriculum. Any curriculum which has been based on the formal curriculum, systematically formalized, and the teacher takes the teaching process and imparting the subject matter to the students, then we can say the teacher. The role of teacher cannot be hidden in life of one individual. Every teacher is based on his teacher only. I can say in other way, in each teacher, there are three to more teachers in him imbibe the qualities of teaching and learning process. So the teaching and the teacher, students and the learning, these are tetradic process in nature, influences each other. Teaching, teacher, students, learning, teacher and students, teaching and learning, but both altogether are tetradic in nature, influences each other for a learning, proper learning. Or we can say the systematic way of learning. There should be a compatibility existent between the teacher and the teaching and the students and the learning. Here, based on the there should be a compatibility between the teacher and the students. The student's level of understanding and the teacher level of teaching should be the same. So, there should be a compatibility between in the form of understanding, the level of understanding. Both the teacher and the student should understand each other. In short, we can say the level of what the teacher teaches, the method, the strategy he adopted in the class. That should be related with the student's level of understanding. Thus, there should be a compatibility between the teacher and the students, and the teaching and the teacher. So for the teacher, when he teaches different subjects, say the art subjects or science subjects, the teacher should follow what type of discipline he is taking. So for the science students, the teacher has to just say the few words and explain. Whereas in arts and humanities subjects, the students are expected more information from the teacher. When the teacher explains more information or gives more information to the students in science subjects, in physics, chemistry, botany, other science subjects, the students feel bored. They should be abstract. In maths also the same, all the science subjects, according to the subjects, the student's level of understanding and the teacher level of teaching, there should be compatibility exist. So, in my experience, I found out in all over India, when I take classes for B.Ed courses, Annamalai University, other places, other universities, if I apply the different method of teaching for the different disciplines, they feel it's not clear. When I teach B.Ed course for the maths students, I have to just give the few sentences and explain the information. Whereas the same thing is applied in the English or language teachers or physics, or history or economics, other social science and art subjects. I have to give more verbose description they are expecting. Then only they can able to understand the subject matter. Thus, there is a compatibility exists between the teacher and the students, teacher and the teaching, students and the learning. So, without guru initiation, learning will not take place. Teaching is a stimulated behavior, whereas learning is a stimulus behavior. So, the teacher have to stimulate conditions of the students. So, when you say the teacher or the guiding principal is a friend and philosopher, classroom manager, curriculum organizer, we can icon of goddess. So we can identify the teacher in different names. I said for each teacher, their teacher, at least 3 to 4 teachers are in their mind. Based on that, they're enacting in the classrooms. Here the dimensions of teacher. The teacher has been identified in different places, in different names, in school level, college level, and the religious level, and the skill-oriented profession. The teacher is identified, called in different names. In school level, teacher, instructor, master, counselor, psychiatrist. Whereas in college level, tutor, mentor, counselor, demonstrator, lecturer, professor, don, guide. Religious level, guru, mentor, discourser, advisor, preacher, lecturer. Whereas skill-oriented profession, instructor, supervisor, coach, trainer, handler, counselor, and preceptor. Thus, is a teacher is identified in different names, in different dimensions, depends upon the subject is teaching, and depends upon what are the skills and training is imparting to the students. Thus, the teacher has been identified in different dimensions. Here, when you say the teacher, teacher is the communicates the knowledge. Teacher who communicates the knowledge. Instructor, in schools we are identifying teacher as a teacher, one who communicates the knowledge. Instructor, one who instructs the subject matter related with practical knowledge. Then only we can call the instructor who instructs the subject matter related with the practical knowledge. Master, in schools we are called masters. So, who control over another person or a group of person and guiding the students for betterment, that is the master. When you say the master, we are controlling and over another person or a group of persons. In station master we are calling. So he is controlling, is managing the train, running time, other things, managing the persons and departure, everything is doing. So he is in station master we are calling. Even the trainer, dog trainer, we are calling it as master. So in schools, generally we are calling the master and the counselor. In each school, we are having the counselor or the science teacher become a counselor, guiding the students for the problems. A person who counsels, advises students' academic problems. Mentor, to serve as a trusted counselor. Yeah, the college level, we are calling it a tutor, just lecturing the information. Demonstrator, in practicals in colleges, we are calling the teacher as a demonstrator, one who demonstrates the practical work, demonstrator. And the tutor is expliciting the knowledge, the subject curriculum knowledge. Is introducing what are the lessons, the subject lessons. In short, we can say is explaining the syllabus in a comprehensive way. Tutor. There is a difference between the professor, associate professor, or the tutor and the lecturer. Tutor is a first initial stage, then the lecturer. Apart from all those things, professor gallops a good meaning, good values. When compared to the doctor, professor fetches a lot of meaning. When we call the professor, it gives enriched meaning to all. When compared to the doctor, other things, mentor, counselor, etc. That is, professor is a correct, it gives correct name, it is a valuable name. Just like the penmai, in ladies called the pennium, penmai, pennium, ananginal. Ananginal in Kambaramayana, Kambar call ladies as Ananginal. Ananginal means what lady who got all the qualities of ladies called Ananginal. So like that, what are the teaching trades and communicating trade skills one have is called the professor. Based on his experiences, we are identifying him as a professor. So professor is a good meaning, good valuable meaning, fetches, enriched meaning, lot of values in him. I don't know how far our college professors, university professor knows the importance of the meaning of professor. Then here, Don. In foreign countries, the HODs are called the Don. And the Guru, a holy person giving personal religious. In religious aspects, we are Hindu mythological areas, stories and other things. We are identified teacher as a Guru, a holy person giving personal religious or spiritual instructions in Hinduism. Preacher, a person whose occupation or function is to preach the gospel. Preacher. Preceptor, expert or specialist such as physician who gives practical experience and training to a student, especially of medicine or nursing. In the nursing college, we are calling the teacher as a preceptor. In boxer, we are calling it as handler. Boxer, we are calling handler. Boxing, a person who assists in training of a fighter or fighters during a fight. So in the teacher is identified as different names according to the subjects in which he is teaching, in which place he is placed for teaching. He has been identified with different names. Here, when you say the profession, it is an occupation which required some specialized study and training in order to provide skilled services and guidance in lieu of definite fee or remuneration. When you say the profession, teaching is a profession. Medical profession. So some of the professions, when you say the profession, professor, it is both sides of a coin. When you say the professor and the profession, it is an occupation which requires some specialized knowledge, training, and skilled services. They are rendering the skilled services to the students or to the community. So then it is called as a profession. So teaching is a service rendered profession. When the job is based on the specialized study and training and imparting the skills necessary to render that profession, that person is called as professor and it is called as a profession. So characteristics of the profession, it is a career based. So any profession you take that is based on the discipline, based on the subject in which we are doing the job, we are learning, we are doing our work, that is, it's a career based. So the professional based careers, experts, development of knowledge, time to time through the training program. When you say the profession, it has got some code of ethics. It is rendered with a social service. So each profession can be developed, can be augmented. The training skills can be augmented with the help of the in-service training of its members. So profession needs a continuous in-service training intermittently, at least for every 5 years, to develop themselves. A profession as a own professional organization, it is a membership of a particular group safeguarding the interests of the profession. So the profession, I said, the profession, it is skill-based knowledge, skills, and imparting the subject matter through some sort of training. When you say the characteristics, profession, it had got some characteristics. It has some ensembling characteristics. It involves intellectual operations. So any profession, if you take, it is based on some intellectual operations. It is not just as the stereotypic activities. It is thinking. It is a form of metacognition. It is an intellectual operation. So it draws material from science. What are the information we are gaining, we are equipping and rendering and teaching to the student? Everything is draws from scientific approach, and we are applying it in a scientific way. When you say the scientific way, it is a systematic approach. The scientific, anything which is done systematically is called as scientific approach. So it transforms raw material into practical and definite end. So in the B.Ed program, what we are learned in the college process, the other disciplines of what we are learned, the practicals and the informations, we are giving it as a raw material, and we are giving it as a materials in a systematic form. It is process an educationally communicable technique. The teaching profession, any profession, I told you the different dimensions of teacher. Those teachers must know how to communicate in a simple way to the students for better understanding and easy way of understanding. It is a self-organization. Any profession is self-organization. It is based on social service, because teaching profession cannot be evaluated with the money values. It cannot be evaluated. Teaching profession is separate one. If their teachers are placed in the sanctum sanctorium of the institution, so the teacher service cannot be evaluated with that of the economic value of the money. So it has a lengthy period of study and training. So it has a lengthy period of study. When you see the profession, you cannot augment, you cannot develop each skills simultaneously and impart to the students the training. So each day we are learning something, we are equipping and gaining the knowledge and training. One cannot say that I am a good teacher. You cannot identify that he is a standard teacher or a good teacher, because there are 80 different types of teaching trades. One cannot develop and communicate to the students and systemize the students based on the training, what they learned, equipped. It is difficult. So an able teacher from each day has to learn more and more till the superannuation. So you cannot render all the skills, you cannot master all the skills of the superannuation period. It has teaching profession has got some course, it generates in service growth. So more learning is ever ending. When you say the Pranav Mandiram in the Hinduism, Pranav means in Sanskrit word, every time we are gaining maturity. Pira Navam, when you separate the Pranavam Mandiram, every minute, Pira Navam, every minute we are gaining maturity. Each and every minute, new things are getting into our mind through the gateways of the knowledge, the oral, visual, olfactory, gustatory, and tactile. New informations are coming into our mind through the different parts of our body, and we are day by day we are getting ourselves new information and changing ourselves. So teaching cannot be fulfilled with just a 24 years of service, 10 years of service, 15 years of service. You cannot say. So that much of skills, trades we have to equip. So I say the teaching strategy. So the teaching strategy is nothing but the format of this method. It is a methodology. It is a format. It is a plan, method of teaching to the students. It is a plan. It is a structure to teach to the students. I am following certain structure. Each teaching methodologies, there are nearly 50 teaching methodologies or more than that. The lecture method, demonstration method, chalk and talk method, different technology we are applying for the teaching methods and the creative training methods for teaching. There are different teaching methods, are more than 50 to 60 and all we can see the teaching methods. So it is the important that a teacher can identify few teaching methods suitable to his class through by finding out the student's level of understanding, class, age level, and anything. If you want to become a teacher, he has to what to teach. He has to think over it, what to teach, how to teach, and whom to teach. These things form together a teaching strategy. So for different subjects, the teacher can adopt different technique of teaching, different strategy of teaching. Strategy is nothing, a plan of teaching, technique of teaching the students. So the teacher can adopt any teaching method according to the student's level of understanding in connection with the its level of age group and the gender. Everything plays an important role in teaching. So the teacher, an able teacher, should see what he is going to teach, how he is going to teach, and whom he is going to teach. The level of understanding, educational objectives, level of understanding, and the methodology of teaching has to focus. So it is a generalized plan for the presentation of a lesson. It includes desired learner behavior in terms of goals of instruction. So when you adopt a plan of instruction, that is based on the aims, objectives, the objectives of the teaching, and final the entry behavior and final behavior of the students, how the teaching subject in a particular type of strategy has evolved a good understanding, a fruitful learning to the students. In my observation, in my research experience, I found out that the majority of the teachers are the right brain oriented, or when they become the principal, they become based on experiences, they are situated to the teaching right brain to the integrated brain oriented students. In short, in schools, we can say the maths teachers are left brain oriented, and the science teachers are right brain oriented, and the administrators are integrated brain oriented people. Yeah, when you are left brain oriented or integrated brain oriented, yeah, when you when you take this teaching profession, the styles will be shift to the dominance on the style should be shift to the left to right or the integrated to right, because when you involve in each type of trade, teaching profession trade, when you practice the trades, you become the right brain oriented. Here the teaching skills I have given, explaining the subject matter part by part with examples. It is activated by the right brain. Emphasizing important points in difficult paragraph. So emphasizing the important points in difficult paragraph is the right brain activity. So when you take classes, you have to say every 10 minutes on important points, once again, you'll go on telling. So I am talking about this teaching profession. I'm talking about the erosion. I'm talking about intermittently you have to say 10 minutes or 15 minutes. Then only the other students who are not following, coming with you, they can able to follow what you're teaching. You're stimulating the students, emphasizing plan before teaching, right and integrated brain. So explaining the theme of the lesson in points. What are the themes the lesson has got? You're explaining in points, right brain. Governs the students' attention, right brain. Prefer to disseminate the national and international information. So when the teacher teaches, he can disseminate more information. What are the things is going on the outside the school, or in the national level, on international level, that is important. The teacher has to say, link with the subject matter, and he has to say with the informations, global informations. So for that function, integrated and left brain. Students, the integrated brain, you say the executives or integrated brain, where all the scientists and political personalities are right brain oriented. Here, teaching skill, I told you, teaching skills, what type of the brain influences the different traits. Yeah, professional skills. Model, love and affection, humble, cooperation. So here, ethical skills, all these skills are activated by the brain chambers. Here, the ethical skills, youthfulness, obedient, devotion to the profession, sympathy, clean personal habits, easily approachable, a good dress code and behave according to the dress code is right and integrated brain. A dress code is important for the teacher. I have seen in my one of the college teachers with the lipstick and the beautifying themselves, that they are coming for teaching, not for beauty competition. So teachers should adapt the dress code. Friendly guidance skills, friendly relationship, motivating the students, developing solidarity in the midst of the students. So it is important in the present day, the jargon world. The teacher has to develop solidarity in the midst of students by linking, developing the friendship in the midst of the students is more important present day. Expose paternal attitude, friendly paternal attitude, solacing the students for problems. So kind talk, kind listening, solutions, and guiding the students in learning difficulty way, what the problems the teacher has to guide, adjusting with students' behavior. Yeah, an irritable, bad-tempered teacher is menace to the sanity of the students. It is a saying. So adjusting with the students' behavior, an irritable, bad-tempered teacher is menace to the sanity of the students. கடுகடு என்று இருக்கின்ற ஆசிரியரால் நல்ல மனநிலையுடைய மாணவனோட மனது பாழ்பட்டு விடுகின்றது, கெட்டு விடுகின்றது என்று சொல்லப்படுகின்றது. Good listener towards students' problem, create social awareness. The teacher should create awareness what happening in the society, how they can mitigate, they can alleviate the problem. You can give suggestions to the students. You can ask the suggestions and give the suggestion to the students by creating the social awareness, establishing good rapport with the students with good words, friendly relationship, able to perceive students' provides clear guidance and counsel the students. Here, I have taken only the 50 qualities of the 80 qualities there are, only 50 qualities I have given, because the 50 qualities are activated by the brain. The geography teacher brain is activated by different types of traits. The subject is like that. The basket of knowledge. Geography is a encyclopedic subject. It has got a basket of knowledge. Geography teacher's brain is specially developed with lot of skills. In short, other teachers' brain, when you say the teacher's brain, even some teachers' brain is specially developed based on the teaching profession by activating these 80 different types of skills in brain. It's not a clerical brain. We can change the teacher, we can change the brain, we can modify the brain of the clerk, brain of the IAS officer. If you want to become an IAS officer, we can modify the children's brain to suit the activities, functions related to the IAS officer. If you want to become a clerk, you can change the brain dominance with the help of the training, and you can prepare the students for the clerk job, clerical job. Similarly, for doctor teaching professional job, you can train your brain by activate based on the traits. What are the traits a doctor profession requires in that profession? If you train yourself with proper way, your brain becomes the doctor brain, or the teacher brain, or clerical brain, or criminal brain, or ethical brain, or moral brain, religious brain. It depends upon how you are acting and doing the work. What are the activities you are doing? Everything is embedded in the different chambers of your brain. So the teacher brain is specially made. Your right brain, and here I have given goal setting, imagining, creating, divergent, intuitive power, imaginary, predicting, hypothalamus, synthesizing. These things are done by the teachers, not by the ordinary people. Teachers' brain is special kind of brain, having lot of skills. I said the 80 types of traits rendered by the TILs, 50 I have taken. The 50 different types necessary for the teaching profession. So, majority of the blood group people, teachers or profession is a feminine profession. So, because to politeness, respect, role model, love and affection, humble, for everything the ladies are having compared with the gents, these qualities. That's why I said at the beginning, Kamban has explained Sithai as a Ananginal. இந்த குவாலிட்டிஸ் எல்லாம் இருந்துச்சுன்னா அணங்கினாள், பெண்மைக்குரிய அனைத்து லட்சணம் பொருந்தியவள். We are not writing women's toilet in the bathroom. We are writing it ladies' toilet. Ladies, when you see the lady, it has got a rich meaning. A woman having lot of qualities, virtues, then only we can call the ladies. So these qualities which I have given here, I said politeness, ethical skills and all, then only we can say, for these reasons, we are identifying teaching profession is a feminine profession. So it is these skills, honest, politeness, everything, to deal with the students we are having. All the 50 qualities, almost all the teachers, lady teachers are having. Only we are identifying as a teaching is a feminine profession. These qualities. Okay. Yeah. So here, 7 types of enunciation given by the teacher I have discussed here. I have given here. Here, teaching is not just teaching in the class by seeing the students or giving some information and all. Teaching has got enriched the meaning. Teaching and teacher are placed in the sanctum sanctorium of the institution. It is compared, an institution is compared with the pinnacle, temple. Yeah, a teacher does many, he has expected to do many jobs, many skills, he has to learn many skills. Yeah, the enunciation. Enunciation means some sort of the blessings to the students. The teacher should blessable. Teaching profession is a blessing job. There is no death for the teacher. Teacher Asariyar Marian. The death philosophy says there is no death for teacher. Both the teacher and the teaching has got eternal value. Here the spiritual touch, enunciation through touching. So in Tamil, it is called as Sparisha Deetshe. Sparisha Deetshe. Here, Tottu Alipadu, touching through enunciation. And the teacher has to touch. He has to friendly touch. There are many different types of touch. It is the blessing touch, agape touch. There are many different agape touch, parental touch, doctor touch, professional touch. This is the godly touch. Teacher touch is godly touch. That's Parisha Jitche. So when the teacher places hand on the students, are you clear? Are you okay? It gives a blithiness. It gives a satisfaction to the students, though he is not clear with the subject matter. The church father, Sparisha Jitche, elders, blessings. These are Sparisha Jitche. So Tottu Alipadu, Sparisata Tottu, we are touching and blessing the students, touching on the, placing our hands on the head of the students and blessing. Oh, no, it doesn't mean that you have to touch all the students. Standing on your the place where you are taking class and keep the hands in a blessed form, blessing form, and you give the blessings to the students. So spiritual teaching, spiritual touch. So I am here. There are 40 process: touch, trust, talk, truth. When you touch these things, 4 aspects: touch, trust, talk, truth. When you touch the students, any students who are poor, needs concentration, needs guidance and counseling, anything at all. When you touch the students, it gives confidence to the students. When the teacher touches the students, the touching itself gives the confidence to the students. Touch, trust. When the teacher touches, it should inculcate, imbibe the trusting quality. Touch, trust, talk, truth. The teacher should talk only the truth, nothing else. When you say something to the students, when you guide the students or teach the students or inculcate something, good things to the students, it should give confidence to the students. It should give enlightenment to the students. So spiritual detail, touch, trust, talk, and truth are the 40 process which is given by the teacher, that is spiritual detail. Then the focusing through eyes, enunciation, blessings given by the teacher through eyes. It is called as Nayana Dikshe. Nayana means eyes. The teacher has to pass blessings. The teacher has to observe the students. By observing the students can learn the information. They can change, modify their behavior. They can concentrate on your studies. So the teacher has to observe the students. Observation for the particular purpose, the teacher has to observe the student. Nayana Dikshe, that is observing the students like a fish who observes its offsprings after hatching eggs by observing through eyes. The offsprings come out from the eggs. So they're like a fish who observes his offsprings. The teacher has to observe the children in the students, children in the classrooms. Then focusing through thoughts, enunciation through thoughts. So Manasa Diksha. The teacher has to give the enunciation through through the ideas, thoughts. So my children are doing the examination today. I'm blessing. They should write. Each and every student should write the exam properly. They're praying, oh God, you help my children to write the right examination in a proper way. So the teacher should bless the students in thoughts, thinking through thoughts. Manasa Diksha, enunciation through thoughts. You can see the tortoise. The tortoise, after hatching eggs in the soil and goes to the sea and swims in the sea. So thinking about the eggs, the hatches, the offsprings comes from the egg. And go on thinking about the eggs. The egg will hatch, the offsprings will comes from the soil. So the goal of the teacher, it is important. The teacher mind is every time thinking about the students. That is Manasa Diksha, blessing the students. So my students are tomorrow writing examination. They should come up first. They should write in a proper way. It is like a tortoise, Manasa Diksha. So the teacher should give enunciation to the children. Then focusing through counseling, enunciation through counseling, that is Vasaka Diksha. Mandra Upadesathin Moolam Arulai Adipadu. Mandra Upadesathin Moolam Arulai Adipadu. Vasaka Diksha. Giving good words. Be positive. Positive approach. Be good. Don't do that. Don't do that. Be good. Everything will do better. Everything will come out nicely. Don't worry. The teacher should give the positive words, good words to the children. The teacher should not scold the students. That's why I said an irritable, bad-tempered teacher is menace to the sanity of the students. Here, the fifth enunciation is focusing through daily philosophical words. Enunciation through daily, here the Satira Diksha. Satira Diksha, diagnostic teaching, God will punish, do hard work. Don't do this, otherwise God will punish. Hard work gives success, no pain, no gain. Work hard, put your efforts. So this is Satira Diksha. And then, the other Diksha is, enunciation is Yoga Diksha, enunciation through meditation. Here, Yoga Diksha is reinforcing, refocusing, feedback, reteach. So here the Yoga Diksha means the teacher has to gain the knowledge, gains the concentration from the students. How? By refocusing the subject after completion, refocusing emphasizing the subject matter. You can gain the concentration. You can gain the students' understanding. You can improve the students' level of understanding. Then after refocusing, you can give the teacher can give the feedback by reteaching, refocusing, emphasizing the important points, correcting the students' responses, feedback, and abstracting the subject matter, what the teacher has to reteach. So reinforcing, re-feedback, and reteach are the tenets of the Yoga Diksha given by the teacher. And the last one is focusing through daily activities, enunciation through daily activities, that is Audrey Diksha. Daily activity, learning by doing, Gurukula system of learning, daily school activities, morning prayer, obeying, doing practical activities, everything comes under the Audrey Diksha, Aukshadam. Aukshadam means in Sanskrit the medicine, Aushadam. The teacher should give the practical activities, daily activities, say good things, the morning prayers, the practical activities, teaching and learning activities. So these are the Audrey leadership. Now, coming to the what is teaching and what is not teaching. Here I compare the present day teaching. Classroom teaching is the present day teaching or pre-planned teaching. Classroom teaching or pre-planned. It is not ordinary teaching as done by the earlier. It is pre-planned. The present day teaching or objective based. So we are writing the lesson plan. What are the objectives of the aims of teaching? Objectives of teaching. So what we are going to teach, we are objectively focused. The present day teaching is based on objective based. It is not subject based teaching, what we have done in earlier. Needs skills communication. There are a present day teaching. Teaching is not just verbose description. It needs a communication, a skill in communicating the information in a better way of understanding. It is a dynamic teaching, active teaching, not passive teaching, silently. The teacher should dynamic, he has to do all sorts of work, all sorts of activities, icon activities, enacting work while teaching in the classroom, not just standing and say something. It is not a passive teaching. It is active teaching. It is dynamic teaching. It is interaction. It is interaction oriented, interaction between the teacher and the students, not the direct teaching, not direct only teacher passive learning. It is interactive learning. It is surfing, the present day teacher or surfing, not the quizzing. Surfing, the teacher has to give more information. According to classroom teaching, he has to face all the problems. The students will ask any question from the teacher. The teacher should be ready to give answers. He should be, the present day teaching is surfing to the students. Freewheeling tendency. Here, the teacher can come out with what are the questions, what type of questions, answers expected from the children, students in the classroom. The teacher should explain it in a freewheeling tendency. The students has to approach, the teacher has to say the answers. It is not structured. The earlier the subject is structured. What we are going to teach, the teacher teaches. It is now the freewheeling tendency. The teacher has to touch with the different points, give the informations based on day-to-day activities, paper cuttings, earlier information and all. It is freewheeling tendency, giving new information. Coming to this, teacher, present teachers should resourceful, not the complaint, with the headmasters or with the students passively without gaining any knowledge. So resourceful, the teacher should be resourceful. They should technically well inform the subject matter. The teacher should not bookish in nature. It should be well informed. So general information, it doesn't mean the teacher should know general information. It should be well informed, all global information. It should be just like geography teachers are having the general knowledge, gaining the general information like that. Each and every discipline of teacher will be well informed in the subject matter. The career ladder, the teacher should escalate in the career ladder. In short, with Anna, Yeni Toni, Annavi, Nartangai. In career ladder, teacher is identified in a Sangam age, as in for Yeni. Teacher ஏனியாக இருக்க வேண்டும், தோணியாக இருக்க வேண்டும், அண்ணாவியாக இருக்க. Annavi means a local teacher, a village teacher. He should act as a village teacher. And நார்த்தங்காயாக இருக்க வேண்டும். So the fruit, like lemon taste, what are the bad things, good things he's having, he's facing, he's experiencing. He should digest everything. The teacher should digest everything. So Yeni, Toni, Annavi, Nartanga. The teacher should have these qualities. Teacher should have the career ladder. Here, He should learn more things, more informations to escalate in the career ladder. He should develop. He should add degrees. The teacher should not giving full stop to the degrees. He should keep the comma to the degrees. When you say comma, go on adding with the degrees, knowledge developing, not getting the just degree itself. Many number of degrees doesn't mean the learner, the teachers learn. In each discipline, the teachers should gather the optimum information, a worthwhile information to render, to explain to the students. Then the classroom management, it is independent learning, independent teaching, self-managing. The teachers manage the students. It should transact the knowledge to the information. It's systematic. Teaching, I said, the teaching systematic job, but it is one form of transacting the information, changing the information, focusing the information, delivering the information, transacting the values, transacting the scientific facts to the students. Teachers are transactor, changing the behavior modification of the students. They are team focused. It is team focused. In each teachers or team focus, not department focus. For good things, it should be a team focus. Even the teacher can, with the students, he can take the good things and focusing on objectives and focusing the learning things. There should be team focused. The baptism of fire, I said earlier. The present teaching is baptism of fire. Each day in government schools, in schools, the present day, the teacher comes from the fire. That means facing all sorts of problems in different magnitude and different sides. He has to come out daily from the for that fire. It is teaching job is not tranquil job. It's not peace of mind job. Though it is placed in the citadel of career ladder and higher level, it is always considered lucrative job, and a comfortable position placed. It is not tranquility in nature. It is a difficult job in present situations. Let's show towards situations. So according to the situation, he has to move this side, that side, and that side, and all. It is not sitting or standing and doing the job. The person teaching job is the leg show. Is moving that side and that, turning his legs and all, rendering his responsibility. It is unpredictable situations. It is what the situation, today's situation, classroom situation, or school situation. It is unpredictable. So what are the situations? The teacher should have a capacity to face the situations. It is not predictable, one. So here, thank you. I have completed my lecture. Anything if you want to ask questions, please ask.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
As
you.
expected, the session was enlightening us. It was like a sunflower looking at the sun for its rays to shed. Such was our experience. Once again, thank you, sir. We are grateful for your inputs, and in one way or the other, we would be implementing in the future. And now, may I hand over the session to Dr. Sujata, ma'am. Ma'am?
Excuse me, madam. I am Dr. Selvi. I want to say a few words about his lecture, ma'am.
Yes,
I want to thank the management, the principal and HOD and Sujata ma'am for having given a good opportunity, very golden opportunity to listen to a very good lecture. I know Dr. Venkatraman sir. Many years back I have listened to his, but anyway, now today also I have got a golden opportunity to listen to his talk. It is highly informative, and also I know fully well that he is a very good academician, very resourceful. So really I want to thank Sujata madam for having given a good opportunity to listen to his highly informative, useful, and also what I can say, very presentable lecture. Thank you once again, the principal and the Sujata ma'am. Grace also nicely introduced. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Over to Sujata, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, is any audience want to any discussion session means we can have it. And sir also ready to answer. If anybody interested to have any doubt clarification, if participants can do. Otherwise, I will go for the vote of thanks.
Ma'am, I want to ask one question to Dr. Venkatraman, sir. Can I ask Venkatraman, sir?
Yes.
Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. Now we know you have already explained there are many different roles, there are many different functions should be carried out by the teacher. Now, can the teacher take the traditional role itself, or she has to change his roles? Is there any necessity of changing her or his role while teaching for the students? From your talk, I could understand there are many different things, all the things from traditionally we have to follow. Now we have to keep it there only, or as all the other things are changing, can we have to take the changes? What is your opinion, sir?
Yes, well, madam. Earlier I said the compatibility between the teacher and the students, teaching and the learning, teaching and the subject matter compatibility exists. So according to the subject, according to the learner, the teacher has to change the teaching style and everything according to the student's level of understanding. The teacher has to change the teaching behavior. Depends, I said, depends upon the some humanities. One way of teaching you have to follow. For teaching the science subjects, you have to follow one way of teaching. And when you fix the method of teaching or teaching methodology or teaching strategy, you have to find out what the student's level of capacity to understand the subject matter, how to teach according to the student's level of understanding or age group and the subject in which you are teaching. You have to change your teaching style. I emphasized earlier the compatibility between the teaching profession and the learning compatibility. I explained the compatibility.
Yes, yes, sir.
Anything, then what else, madam? Anything more?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What we have understood from you is that we have to go on changing according to the subject, according to the students.
Yes,
Okay,
definitely.
sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Then what else, madam?
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, what are the present ways to teach online interestingly? Because many students will be getting absent, they will not be listening in the class. In this pandemic situation, what are the traits teacher have to learn to make them to interestingly be on the class? Because on one-to-one class, easily we can make them to concentrate on the board. But in online teaching, how it is possible to make them to be interested?
The online teaching, they give the clarity of education, give the clarity of instruction. The more visuals you can show it, you can adapt into your teaching process and you can structure your learning process in a systematic way with the objectives, contents, and the important points you have to organize. I show with the examples, I show with the pictures, easily you can able to understand easily. That is the only procedure. Clarity of information, use it information. It has to be used in nature. Using and giving the clear information is most important. Apart from using the artificial age. I'm clear with you. I am clear with you. The way you are structured for online teaching, you have to structure the online teaching.
Yes, subjects.
Just like the learning material we are writing for the correspondence for students, no?
Yeah.
In that format, you have to write your material, what we are going to teach. like learning material you are preparing, you have to prepare your online teaching material with the help of visuals. Then what else, sir?
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
It was very fun and interesting and informative, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
Yes, I think everyone is satisfied with this. I think I can go for the vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam.
I thank each and everyone for your active participation on the first day of the national level faculty development program at training series 1. My heart is filled with in-depth, overwhelming gratitude to our great guest speaker, Dr. D. Venkatraman sir, for his enthusiastic session and made this day's session on the 5 days program quite vibrant. And my thankfulness does not end here. Please do attend the whole faculty development program and make use of it as we co-build each other. Thank you with a grateful heart. Thank you, sir. Thank you, all participants.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all.
Thank you.
We'll meet you all on tomorrow evening the same time. Thank you all participants.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
ಇದು ಬೇಕಾ ಇದು ಬೇಕಾ ಫೆಬ್ರವರಿ 5 ತಾರೀಕಿನ ಏನು ವ್ಯವಹಾರ ಇದೆ ಸರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೇ ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ ಜಮಾ ಬೇಕಾ ಖರ್ಚು ಬೇಕಾ